Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. He lied to you. I'll be taking 1 hour only, yeah? I see everyone is upset. For those of you I owe money, I see quite a familiar face here. Please wait until I finish my presentation. I'll pay you outside. Okay. Cool. So a lot has been said, and many of the things that has been said is digital transformation, digital inclusion. Apparently, the reason why we talk about inclusion a lot is we know we've excluded our brothers and sisters. So yeah, so it's time to include everybody. Next slide. And the next, say please, because you've given me 2 minutes and I'll be 2 minutes done. Next one. So digital transformation, I mean, we know what that means already. And it has been said and said and said. And just that, imagine yourself not having any means to make a research or even Google something. I mean, luckily in South Africa, the level we've reached is some of us are able to go into ChatGPT and see, hey, my girlfriend is acting weird these days, is she cheating? And then all of a sudden you'll get an answer of if she's doing this, and probably she is. So that's the level of abundance we've reached, luckily. But the rest of Africa still remains unconnected. Next slide. Just some facts of where current landscape is. Did you know that over 40% of Africans have never used the internet? Imagine that's me and you. 15 years back, we had no means to YouTube or Google search anything or anything of that sort. So those of us who are still in that situation have so many years to catch up. So mobile phones, stats say that over 80% of Africans own a mobile phone. And digital payments, Kenya M-Pesa handles over 1.7 billion transactions annually. So a lot of African countries are in the fintech space have innovated and are doing very well. So that's at least a good sign. Rwanda ranks in the top 5 African countries for e-government development. And the most connected country in Africa is luckily South Africa, where everybody is multi-SIM. That says we are very smart. So a round of applause to South Africa and to us. Thank you. Least connected country in Africa is Eritrea, sadly. 8%, only 8% of the population is connected. So the remaining 92 means still live in the old age. Next slide, whoever is controlling me. So challenges remain infrastructure, digital literacy. I mean, earlier they were talking about us importing equipments from other countries. I mean, the other challenge we have in Africa is also we have to import skills. So that's also another challenge we have. And also funding and investment. So we have a lot of investors coming in, but there's also so much uncertainty in our politics in Africa. So that's also another challenge. Next slide. So opportunities, part of that, economic growth, social impact, innovation and entrepreneurship, sustainable development. Next slide. So the way forward, obviously, is for us to get together and assist one another. If you have a business, bump into some of the schools, award some of those youngsters for performing very well. Just to give you a quick example, our organization last year donated to our school partners over 15 tablets and laptops. And we linked a purpose to that, right? It wasn't just like, hey, come, you got a laptop, but it's just that we would hold the competitions and check the creativity of some of the guys, give them some things to compete towards an award. So it takes all of us getting together and making a difference. So next slide. Conclusion. And next slide. So call to action would be, if you have a spare laptop, or if you've got an organization, or if there's any way you could make a difference, you've seen the stats, South Africa is leading. But even though we're still leading, affordability still matters. And I think that's where we come in. So if you have an extra laptop, if you have an extra phone, if there's anything you could do to support your local school or anything like that, please do, because I believe that's where our gap is. Thank you. And I hope my presentation has been short.